Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field and to TV 15 for the opening of the 2019 season. And as usual, the opening of 2019 season is the Lynn City Soccer Tournament. The girls open up. It's always the girls first, and the thing that always surprised me was none of these kids are back in school. This is still a vacation day. Schools don't open until tomorrow, and all of the students don't go back. There won't be a full house at the schools until Thursday. But they start the tournament today. The girls today, this is English and Tech opening up. St. Mary's and Classical will play the nightcap, and it will be the same teams tomorrow with the boys. But a lot of the boys will be in school tomorrow. English in the white, Tech in the blue. Tech has one of the biggest squads I've ever seen. And the first year coach I talked to said, I'm hoping to pick up a couple more when I go back to school, and maybe we can have a JV team. Both teams trying to improve on a down year last year. LEHS, and I hope I'm saying that correctly, Newson is in goal for English. And Felicity Blaney Williams is in net for the Tigers. English pushing it ahead. Williams gets there first, dives on it, falls on the loose ball, and she'll kick it away. Nice job by the goaltender. The hard part about the Lynn Tech team is almost impossible to pick up their numbers. English in the all-white with the dark numbers are not too bad. Unless they're my old eyes and they're way across field, then I have trouble picking them up. Because I'm not as young as I used to be. Ed McNeil, the dean of girls coaches around here, the English coach, as it winds up going out of bounds off English. With the exception of the consolation games that will be played on Saturday morning, these games are a little bit different than the regular season games, because these games, someone has to win. So if it ends up in a tie, we have a shootout, because somebody has to move on to the next round. And if it's in the championship round, somebody has to win. So there would be what you would call overtime shootouts. But they would only count for tournament purposes. For a state tournament, it would be considered a tie because the MIA doesn't recognize overtime during the season. Headed away by English, trying to collect. Melissa Zayas is the big wheel for Lynn English. She was their leading scorer last year. He had something like 15 or 16 goals. And I believe she was either a freshman or a sophomore. She's still very young. And McNeil was glad he has her back. English knocks it off Tech into the English bench area. So it's now getting back in the swing of things. I've been sitting at home looking for things to do, driving my wife crazy. And then all of a sudden, bang, here comes tournament games today and tomorrow. Boys have got a game here Thursday. Football starts on Friday. The tournament will have 4 games on Saturday. And we're right back in the swing of things with the 2 seasons. And I'll be looking to rest and recuperate in about a week. At least it's not hockey. I'm not down at the rink freezing. Tech with the throw-in. Neither team has really had an opportunity yet. Now Tech takes it away. He's down deep for the first time. Knocked away nicely by the English defense. Tech gets a shot off and it goes wide left. First shot in the game goes to Lynn Tech and it goes wide left. English picks it off. Moving it up down the near side. There's LEHS with it. Upfield. Tech knocks it into the Tech bench area. English will get the throw in. Bounces loose. It rolls toward the net. And there's Blaney Williams coming out to pick up the loose ball and kick it away. And the kick goes out of bounds. English will get the throw in just about at midfield. And we'll have a moment for a substitution. The throw-in gets us back going. Booted away by Tech. Little collision. Tech controls, knocks it up. It's going to go out of play. English will get the throw-in right in front of their own bench. And right back into the English bench area. Tipped around, cleared away by the defense from Tech. Popped up. Tech pushes it ahead. They're looking for a break. Broken up nicely by the defense. Winds up in the Tech bench area out of play. English will get the throw in. Tech was about a step away from going in alone. And Tech, trying to go a little too much one-on-one, has it taken away. His pass broken up nicely by the Tech defense. English gets there first. Tech has to step in front and kick it away. That ball was not going to go out of play. English is going to get there first. Tech's defense stepped in and kicked it away. Corner kick, first corner kick of the season. Knocked loose. Williams got a hand on it. Great save by Williams. She knocked it down. She gave it away to an English player who had a wide open net. And Williams made a great save. Blaney Williams. That's an outstanding save. English has the first two opportunities. The corner kick bounced loose. They got a kick. Blaney Williams made the save. And then on the rebound, She gave it right up to one of the English kickers, and they put it right in the middle of the net. Williams got a hand on it and knocked it away. I think that was theirs, the outstanding goaltender who had it knocked away. Terrific save by Williams. And Tech knocks it out of play. So the first legitimate scoring opportunity goes to English, and Blaney Williams takes it away. Pop up and out of play. English with the throw-in down deep. We'll have a substitution first. English trying to kick it to the net. They kind of sliced it off to the right and went out of play. Beautiful night for the game. Nice big white puffy clouds, blue sky, sun is out. We've had years when we got here and it would, if it wasn't raining, it would rain during the game and it would pour and had to finish the game. And we've had some horrendous weather. And we got a whistle on the throw-in. Violation on the throw-in. We'll give it to Tech. And they'll get it just inside midfield. Bounces by. Tech fights through and gets it. English hustles over. Tech takes it away. Centering pass knocked away by English. And they can't keep it in play. It goes out of play. Tech will get the throw in down deep. Ball kind of rolls in to Newson. And she'll get her first kick and she bangs it to midfield. English takes it away. They get by with a rush. And there's the defense. They pushed it a little too far ahead, and the defense is able to get there and knock it away. It looked like they might have a break. They had 2-on-1, but they pushed it a little too much mustard out in front, and Tech was able to get it and knock it away. And we'll get our second corner kick. English almost scored on the first corner kick. They get it right in the middle, and they knock it in. It went right by everybody. And sitting on the doorstep, I'm looking to see if she turns around and get her a number. So the corner kick this time pays off. It almost paid off last time. I think that's Raven Rapley, one of the captains, getting the goal. Tech loses it out of bounds. English will get it back again, down deep with the throw-in. English keeping it alive. Tech takes it away. English gets it back. Knocked out by English. And we'll get a substitution for Tech. Raven Rapley gets the first goal of the season for English. English takes it away. Tech knocks it out. Tech kicked it into the Tech bench area, but they kicked it off an English player, so Tech will get the throw in. Almost in front of their own bench. Now it's going to be a kick because they touched it with their hand, knocking it out of bounds. We got another substitution for the Bulldogs. They knock it deep. Foot race. English gets there first. And they knock it out. Tech again will get the throw in down deep. And they throw it in. It goes out off Tech. Try to block it with her body and get control of it with her foot. It wound up going out of play. They knock it deep. English knocks it away. Foot race. English gets control. Dumping it ahead. Zayas trying to come to the middle with a nice little shift. Trying to get a shot off. Can't. Bothered. It winds up getting knocked away. Nice defense by Tech. Zayas was trying to make a little bit of a loop and get a shot off, trying to take it to the middle to get the shot off, and Tech wouldn't let her get there. Popped up, and there's Blaney Williams coming out right in front of Zayas, picking up off a bounce, and she'll kick it away. English collects. They knock it deep down the near side. Foot race. English gets there, controls, and they're going to let it go out of play. And a corner kick coming up. From the near side, after we get the substitutions taken care of, will come the corner kick. This is the third, first one from the near side. They almost scored the first one. They scored on the second one. Winds up out in front. Couldn't get a foot on it. Still trying to get control of it. Tech finally clears it away. Zayas gets it cross field. English trying to knock it down, trying to get a shot off. Tech will clear it away. Good job out in front by Tech. English boots it back, and it's going to go out of play. The winner of this will get the winner of Lynn Classical and St. Mary's that we'll be playing next. As I mentioned, the boys take center stage tomorrow, and they'll be same setup. Tech and English in the first game, St. Mary's and Classical in the second one. Pop straight up in the air. English trying to control, takes it away. English knocking it deep, and he'll collect down the far side. Trying to get it out in front. Nice job by the defense out in front, clearing it away. He almost gave away a shot, but couldn't control it, couldn't get the shot off. And it's cleared and knocked out by Tech. English will get the throw in. 1-0 the Bulldogs on a goal by Ravin Rapley. Off the corner kick by Zayas. And once again, Tech knocks it out. English will move a little further down with the throw-in. English takes it away. Nice little shift. Another nice little shift. Knocked away. English with the kick. Blocked in front. Zayas walking in, looking for the shot. Got blocked by the defense. Zayas lined up that kick, and that's how she scored a lot of her goals. I believe that was Caroline Bonilla who made the block out in front. Here's Zayas again. Walks around and put it right in the midsection of Blaney Williams. Williams came out and took the angle away. Zayas made 2 nice moves to get around the defense, walked in alone, had a tough angle, and Williams just took the angle away and just held the near post and just blocked it right in the midsection and stopped the shot by Zayas. English has had the only scoring opportunities. They've got one. English tracking it down. They knock it out of play into the English bench area. Well, that couple of little moves by Zayas showed you how she scored those goals last year. She's an outstanding goal scorer. She had one big block by Bonilla, which point-blank range would have been a tough block for Williams. And then Williams made the great save on her. Williams has made a couple of big-time saves. It's 1-0 Bulldogs, but it could be at least 3. Blocked off English. But they're giving the throw-in to English as we get a substitution. This is the start of the season here on LETV, the Lynn City Tournament. The winners will all play mid-morning and afternoon on Saturday. The consolation, the losers will have to play on early Saturday morning. (9 and 10:45) Saturday morning. So you don't want to get in the losers bracket if you can help it. English blocks it, knocks it back the other way. Williams is out of the net. She fell down. Luckily, they cleared it away. She went out way out of the net. out to the 10-yard line, way to the near side, a long way away from the net. And when she did that, she went to pick up the ball, it got blocked, and she collided with an English player. And thank goodness for Tech, nobody was able to pick up the ball because there was nobody in net. Zayas with a nice little touch pass. Williams comes way out of the net again and gets bumped and knocked down, but the ball goes out of play. It should be out of play off English. I didn't think Williams touched it, but they're going to give English another corner kick. From this far side, they've had two of these. He just missed on one, with Williams making a great save, and they scored on the other one. This one got shanked a little bit. English trying to keep it alive. Tech will clear it away. And Tech winds up knocking it deep. English lets her go out of play. I think they're saying that she was letting it go out of play, but she touched it before it did, because I think they're going to give... No, they are. She didn't touch it. They're going to give English a throw-in. The near official was pointing the other way. Headed out by Tech. English from midfield with the throw-in. Knocked behind the Tech bench by Tech. English will move the throw-in a little further down. Off Tech. English collects. They bang it off Tech, out of bounds. So just beyond the Tech bench, the throw-in will come for the Lady Bulldogs. Tech takes it away. English gets it back. Popped out in front. English has it with a nice little move, trying to walk in. Broken up. Tech takes it away nicely. Tech trying to knock it deep. Broken up. And English will knock it out. Tech right down in front of us. We'll get the throw in. Tech broke it up. And it's going to go out of play. English will get the throw in. It slips past. Tech couldn't get the shot on net. They got a good opportunity. Kicked it wide right and hit the side of the net. Went out of play. Good hustle by Tech to take that ball away and get a shot off, but they couldn't get it on net. And we had the kick, but we're going to bring it back because we're going to have a substitution. One of the officials had blown his whistle for the sub. And Newsom will kick it away. Bounces by everybody, all the way into Tech territory. And then Tech gets a foot on it, knocks it out into the bench area of the Lady Tigers. And now English knocks it to the Tigers bench area. 1-0 Lady Bulldogs. Off a corner kick. It was picture perfect. Wound up past the goaltender and had, I believe it was Rapley, had the open net to knock it in. And we'll have substitutions for both teams, as we're just under 10 minutes left in this first half. Tech really hasn't had a shot. They had one shot that went wide left, the other one that hit the side of the net wide right. Other than that, it's been English down in the Tech area most of the time. And they're right back there again. They try to get it in front. Tech knocks it away. And it goes off an English foot out of bounds. Off Tech again. Again, English down deep will get the throw in. Trying to center it. Tech knocks it away and they knock it out of bounds. So the throw in will come a little deeper in the Tech end. Knocked off Tech again. Everybody trying to get a foot on. They can't control it. Now Tech trying to get there first. They get around Tech. And they finally knock it out. It was actually Martinez trying to go down the near side, trying to loop around and get a shot off. And we'll get a couple of subs for English now. And one for Tech. Martinez with the throw in from the near side. English knocks it back. Williams comes out of the net, plays it on a hop, and Felicity Blaney Williams will kick it away. She's done a very nice job in net. She's on the short end of a 1-0 score as she boots it near midfield. But it could have been a lot worse. She's made a couple of big-time saves here in the first half. One off a very good goal scorer, Melissa Zayas, who walked in point blank, and Blaney Williams was able to make the save. That kind of flipped on that and hit it back towards their own net, but they recover and knock it away. Tech trying to knock it deep. And here's Tech stepping in and breaking up the play, but they knocked it out of play. Knocked deep, it's going to go out of play again. Tech having a little bit of difficulty generating offense and getting it down, and keeping it in the English end and getting a shot off. The English made Tech's defense work hard. As we mentioned before, Blaney Williams made a couple of very nice saves. So English has put some pressure on. And they're doing it again. Zayas broken up. Tech knocks it out. English will get the throw in down deep from the near side. Popped up. Broken up by English. Tech knocks it deep. English hustles back. And they knock it out into the English bench area. Tech just saved it. Good job. And they just tip it away again. English gets a foot on it, knocks it upfield. Martinez trying to knock it ahead to Zayas. Coming down the far side, tipping it ahead, looking for a break, broken up nicely by the defense. I'm not sure what the whistle was for. I don't know, somebody touched it with a hand. I don't know what that was all about. I think Tech is going to wind up with a free kick. We haven't had one of these yet in this first half as we're winding down. Just outside the 20-yard line. And it's going to go wide left, and that's been the story for Tech. And I think that's Caroline Pojoy Gomez. I think she was the one that blocked that. I said it was Bonilla, but I think it was Pojoy Gomez that blocked that shot by Zay before. Final 2 minutes of the half. English leading at 1-0 in this opening game of the 2019 Lynn City Series, Lynn City Tournament. Got around the defense, but then the defense come up and made a big-time play and knocked it away. And again, I apologize for not naming all the Lynn Tech players who are making these plays, but it's almost impossible to pick up their numbers, especially with the sun shining right in our face. But their numbers are not really prevalent on their backs. Would have been nice if they had the blue uniforms with white numbers. Would have been perfect. Out in front, trying to get around the defense. Can't. Knocked away. Now, was it touched? They're going to give, it was touched by somebody in, and they're going to give English a penalty kick. Zayas is going to get a penalty kick. I didn't see anybody touching it with their hand. But they awarded English a penalty kick, and Zayas will take it. And she knocks it home. Virtually impossible for Blaney Williams to make that save. She's kind of trying to block the Grand Canyon, and Zayas just gets her moving one way or the other and knocks it the other side. So Zayas gets the penalty kick, and it's 2-0. And that's a tough goal to give up in the closing minutes of the half. I didn't see anybody, but obviously it bounced in that area where you're not allowed to touch it. Somebody hit it with their hands, and how big is that goal now? That goal came with maybe 25 or 30 seconds left in the first half. So instead of Tech going down only 1-0, English gets a break, and the penalty kick by Zayas. English did kind of dominate the first half. Tech only got a couple of shots off. Everything went wide, nothing on net. But Blaney Williams in net made a couple of big-time saves for Tech, but a goal by Rapley, and then a big penalty kick for Zayas. She gets her first of the year for the Lady Bulldogs. And at halftime, it's English 2, Lynn Tech nothing. And not just this city, every city. Ready? We're underway in the second half. English leading at 2-0, and that was a very tough goal for English to give up. I credited Raven Rapley with that goal, but that probably would have hit the post or been wide, but Williams got a piece of it and knocked it away, and English is going to get another corner kick, I think. I gave that goal to Rapley, but they actually gave it to Julianne Perry. So Zayas got an assist on the corner kick. And the shot got blocked and knocked out. English will do it again, I thought. And I guess it wasn't blocked by Tech because they're going to call it off English, and Tech will kick it away. I believe this is Bonnier, and again, I apologize for the Lynn Tech kids. It's virtually impossible to pick up the numbers on their shirts. Shot kicked away by the defense out in front. English, and that's Perry, I think, getting the kick from just around the 20-yard line. Got it more than far enough. She kicked it high and wide and got a little too much foot into it and kicked it over the net and out of play. So again, Tech will kick it away. I think Joy Gomez kicked it away. English trying to get it to the net. And Tech will boot it away. Knocked back by Gamboni. Bounces loose. English trying to center it, and they misplayed it. And it winds up going out of play. Swung and missed on that, trying to center it. Tech will throw it in. Again, the winner of this will get the winner of St. Mary's and Classical in the championship final on Saturday, this being Tuesday. And that Classical St. Mary's game will be played next English keeping the pressure on, keeping it in the tuck end. Zayas knocked it ahead, but couldn't get it to the middle of the field. It wound up going wide right and out of play. Zayas took it away. Hit the post. She outmuscled the Tech defense, hit the post, and then she gets it back, and Blaney Williams makes another great save off Zayas. She's been all around the net. She has a goal on the penalty kick, but she outmuscled the defense, took it away, drilled it, hit the post, it bounced out. She got it back, made the shot. Blaney Williams again made a nice save. She's been terrific in net. And then they finally kicked it out of play. So Tech got a big break there. Zayas got around the defense, was all by herself, lined it up and drilled it, and Blaney Williams made a great save. Off the foot of Tech, and we're kind of lopsided to the right on your screen because everything has been down this end, the Tech end. Tech hasn't been able to get the ball outside their own 30-yard line. English putting a lot of pressure on. Had two scoring opportunities by Zayas. One hit the post and one Blaney Williams made a terrific save. They tried to line up the shot, and it went off the foot, and they couldn't control it. They were out in front looking to get the shot off. And it goes out off the Lady Bulldogs. Early moments of the second half. English got two in the first half, one off a corner kick by Zayas that was knocked in by Juliana Perry. And the other one with very little time left. Maybe 30 seconds at most. Tech was called for a penalty kick, and Zayas knocked it home to make it 2-0. And that's where we are early in the second half. Another corner kick for the Lady Bulldogs. Tech got a head on it, knocked it away. Back to the corner. English couldn't keep it in. So Tech will get the throw in down deep. They still haven't been able to clear their own area. English really keeping the pressure on. And they knock it deep again. And it goes wide left of the net and out of play. And Tech will get to kick it away. I really have to get used to the rules of this. That ball went out of play on the left side, and they take it out to the right side to kick it away. They just have these wacky rules. And I still can't get over the rule of, I don't know how you can violate a throw-in, but you can. Perry with it. Zayas trying to walk in. This is trouble. Takes the shot. It looked like it was going to go wide right, but it went off the shoulder of a Tech defender, and English will get another corner kick. Zayas couldn't get to the middle of the field to get more of the net to shoot at, and she tried to hook it around, and it went out off Tech. And the corner kick is going to go out of play. Tech will get to kick it away as we get substitutions, mass substitutions for Tech. English keeps it alive, looking for it. Trying to tip it out in front. It bounced off an English body and rolled. And Blaney Williams went to the side of the net, picked it off, and she'll kick it away. Kind of shanked that one. It went straight up in the air about 5 yards. Nobody was ready for it. Otherwise, English might have had a golden opportunity to get a shot on net. Blaney Williams kicked that straight up in the air. It went about 5 yards, if that. Tech will get the throw in. English does it again, keeping it in the Tech end. And they do it again. Zayas gets broken up. First time Tech has crossed midfield with the ball. And it gets broken up. And knocked out by the Bulldogs. Knocked out again. Tech will get a throw a little bit deeper. First time they've been down this deep in the second half. First time actually across midfield. Knocked away and they get a shot on net. That's Newsom's first real save. And I apologize for not being able to name the player. You just can't pick up the numbers. "12 minutes into the second half, English leading it 2-0. Again, the winner gets the winner of the second game tonight, St. Mary's in Glasgow. Nice little touch pass. They move it in front. Shot. Caught inside the far corner. That's Zayas with her second goal. From just outside the 10-yard line. I think Blaney Williams thought she was going to go to the near post. And she took a couple of steps that way, and Zayas just hooked it just inside the far post. So she's got 2 with an assist on the corner kick. And English has opened up a 3-0 lead. I mentioned she was their leading scorer last year, and she's off and running this year. a couple of football games this week. Tech and Glasgow start this week. Glasgow, for the first time ever, there used to be some what they call exclusionary games in basketball. Like Lynn Glasgow for many years would play Everett in basketball. Everett was Division 1, Glasgow was Division 3, and it would count for Everett but not count for Glasgow. And St. John's Prep plays St. Mary's in baseball every year. It counts for the Prep, but does not count for St. Mary's because they're Division 3 or 4. And in those days, and I think they're Division 2 now, but Prep was Division 1. But there was never exclusionary games in football. But Catholic Memorial had a problem. They had lined up a game with Pope John. I'm not sure why, because that would be a total mismatch. But they lined up a game with Pope John, but Pope John closed. And they were supposed to play them like the 4th or 5th game of the season. So getting a game maybe for the first game of the season might be doable. But by the time when you're looking for week 4 or 5, that's very tough because teams have lined up their schedules. So Catholic Memorial reached out, and Glasgow, who was supposed to open up on the 13th, said they would play Catholic Memorial on the 6th. And so it's really like an exhibition game for Glasgow. Glasgow, everybody plays 7 games regular season and then tournament or non-tournament, depending on how you do in the 7 games. But now Glasgow is going to play 8 because that exclusionary game does not count for Glasgow. So they're going to start this week. Lynn Tech is going to start this week. Tech will have a blank week during the season, playing only 7, but they'll get started on the 6th. And that will be the only 2 football games this week. St. Mary's and English will start next week on the 12th and 13th, and then we'll be into everybody playing on either Friday or Saturday. Perry coming down. Back to Zayas, gets around. Nice little shift, gets the shot off and scores again. She's got a hat trick. Perry and Zayas doing it again. Zayas had her back turned, and she spun around. She's got the shot off. It looked like Blaney Williams might have got a fingertip on it, but it just went under the top crossbar. So English got 2 in the first half. They've got 2 here in the second half. And Zayas has got a hat trick. Auspicious start for Melissa Zayas. We'll see Blaney Williams come out the edge, wound up getting bumped and get knocked down. And she'll kick it away. Another high shot kick. Zayas was looking for it, trying to walk in. English knocks it toward the net. Tech will get there and kick it away. And now they didn't kick it away. They just kind of held on to it. Almost gave it away. English keeps it in. Ariana Garcia. Here's Perry. Trying to knock it to the net, and she got a little too much foot on it and sliced it wide right and out of play. Substitutions for both teams. So unless lightning strikes here over at the Tech bench, it's going to be Lynn English taking on either Classical or St. Mary's in the 2019 championship final. And Tech will play the loser of Classical St. Mary's in the consolation round. Out off English. Tech has only got the ball past midfield once. And we're coming up on the halfway mark of this second half. And English is taking advantage with Zayas getting 2 goals. Tech will get the throw in. And English takes it away. And they're going to call Tech, I think, for knocking an English player down. English will get the free kick. English is going to pick up the loose ball. And it's going to go out of play. I'm not sure English could have got to that. But they let it go. And they're calling it off Tech. They get it in. Perry shoots it toward the net. And Blaney Williams just comes out in front of an English player to pick it off. Halfway through and counting the second half. English again knocking it into the Tech area. They knock it deep, headed away nicely by the defense. If that gets by, Zayas is going to walk in alone. Perry trying to keep it alive. Substitutions for the Bulldogs. It's been all English basically, but it's been all English certainly in the second half. Tech had a couple of opportunities in the first half, but they haven't come close in the second half. Now it goes out off Tech. Knocked away by Gamboni. Garcia knocks it back and went off somebody. I don't know if it hit somebody in the hand or the arm, or one of the Tech players is going to the bench. free kick to somebody. It's going to be English getting a free kick from around the 35-yard line. When he tried to knock it into the zone, it went off the hand or the arm of one of the Tech players. Now they just drop it. That was one of those, I think what they were doing there is they do this a lot if somebody gets hurt, and that Tech player was going to the bench, and so it wasn't a free kick. It was just almost like we'll drop it, kick it up. English doesn't go get it. Tech is able to play it. They tip it ahead. It skips by, and then Tech knocks it out of play. Chris, did you check that game for me? The 25th. Yeah, it's either Glasgow playing at 1 o'clock or that Saturday. It's either Glasgow and Saugus at 7, English Winthrop at 1 Saturday, or vice versa.
It's English Winthrop on Friday night because it's homecoming.
Okay, because the Herald had it. I'm just saying, the Herald had it. And I told him, I'm asking if there was a mix-up because I didn't know
What did the schedule say?
It didn't say it had you at Glasgow both playing at 7 o'clock. Well, I understand, but I gotta find out from him which one was. And I misunderstood what he told me. I thought I did, because I looked at the Herald and they said it was different from what I thought you told me.
When's Glasgow playing Saturday?
Saturday at 1. And you're playing Winthrop at 7. That came right out just inside the near post. It was right there to be knocked in, and it went off a body, and they cleared it out. And now Tech is going to get the free kick because somebody touched it. But that came in. There were bodies in front of the net right at the near post. It hit somebody. It laid there, and everybody was like, you get it. No, I'll get it. And they finally cleared it away. Headed away by Garcia. Headed away again. And we got, they're calling Tech for a takedown. The fans in the stands don't like it. English is going to get a free kick. There was 3 or 4 players together. And he wound up squashing. I guess they're going to give the free kick to Tech. They're going to call English for the collision. And I think they sent the young lady to the sideline. If I read the number correctly, I won't bother saying it because it's not, she didn't score a goal. She's getting sent to the penalty box. "15 minutes and counting left in this one. English 2 in the first half, 2 in the second half. It's been all Melissa Zayas. She's got the hat trick, and she got the corner kick that was knocked in by Perry to get them going. So she's been involved in all 4 goals. Tech hasn't really come close. The kicks they had that were makeable went wide right, wide left. One of them hit the side of the net. That's as close as they've come. They haven't come. This is only the second time they've had the ball past midfield in the second half. Looking for a break for Tech. Trying to get by. A bump and a takedown. They called Tech for a penalty kick in the first half. I don't know if they're going to give Tech a penalty kick here. I think they are. They took the Tech player down with a little bump, and Tech is going to get a penalty shot. Coach is coming out to check on his player. Get the number to play the penalty shot. So Tech with a chance to get on the board. Lining it up. They knocked it over the net. They went the right way. Carolina Catano. She went the right way. She had Newsom going to her right. She kicked it to her left. And now, are they doing it again? We're going to get another kick. I'm not sure what the penalty was, but they're going to get another penalty kick. So Carolina Nina Catano will look to get English on the board. Hit the post. She hit the post. And then Tech had a shot, and they sliced it way off to the right side and out of play. She lined it up, she beat the goaltender, and it hit the post, and she didn't get the favorite bounce. It bounced out rather than in. So they missed the first one, shooting it over the net, got a retry, and they hit the post. And they're still trying to get on the board. They knock it deep. Tech will get there and knock it out of play. English chased it down, had a chance to recoup and knock it upfield, but they knocked it out of play. Tech is moving the ball a little bit better the last few minutes. They've got the ball down in English zone. For almost half of the half, they didn't get the ball over midfield. And it's getting certainly harder for the people on the near side of the field to see, because that sun is extremely bright. And with Tech going to the left, if you look to your left at all, you get blinded. They knock it deep. Nice defense by Garcia. Looked like Tech might have a breakaway. She just got a step and knocked it away. Ariana Garcia. Trying to center it. Nushin comes out of the net, play it on a couple of hops, and boots it away. And it winds up back in Tech end. English knocking it deep. Tech steps up in front, takes it away. Nice little shift. Gets it up, it gets by everybody. It's a foot race. And hustling over. And that's Garcia again. She was beyond the play. She came over and beat the would-be scorer to the ball and knocked it away. Good hustle again by Garcia. She's playing well. Nice little shift. That's Caroline Pojoy Gomez. Yeah, a couple of nice little shifts, and I'm sure it's part of the Lynn Tech boys team that's down right in front of us that are rooting on the girls team, making a lot of noise, trying to get them going. This will be the first corner kick for the Lady Tigers. Out in front, Pojoy kept it alive, keeps it alive again. English clears it away, out deep. And just kept alive. And that's Zayas. She looked like it was going to go out. Two nice, very nice shifts. I think it was Gabriela Gomez who made those two nice little shifts. But then it winds up out of play, and Tech will throw it in. 8 minutes and counting left in this one. 4-0 the Lady Bulldogs. Melissa Zayas with a hat trick and an assist. Tech would love to at least get on the board. Pass is broken up. Tejada battling for it. Bodies go down. Zayas collects. And is knocked out by Tech. We'll get a couple of substitutions before the throw-in. Zayas trying to center it out in front. The defense knocking it away, out of play. That might have been Bonilla. Another corner kick. It went right to the near post, and it went knocked down and almost looked like she stuck her foot, and it stuck to her foot at the side of the net. I think that was Gomez. And then she realized that the ball was in play, and she kicked it away. It's loose. Try to get control. Couldn't. She tried to go from left foot to right foot to get the shot off, and by the time she turned around, she kicked it wide right and out of play. I think that was Tejada. And it wasn't Tejada, it was Ariana Wachowski. Nice little shift. They get by. It's a foot race now. They get by again. Good hustle on both sides. And I believe that was Camboni that got there and knocked it out of play. And way back upfield, we got an English player down. And with just under 5 minutes left in the game, English leading it 4-0. English got going in the first half. A penalty kick by Zayas went by everybody, and sitting on the back steps was Juliana Perry, and just knocked it in the net to make it 1-0. And then with well under a minute left, Tech could call for a penalty shot. Zayas knocked it home, made it 2-0. And then Melissa Zayas has added 2 more here in the second half, giving her 3 and an assist, and giving English their 4-0 lead. And they're helping the English player off. Let's hope it's not too bad. It doesn't look like it's that bad. She's favoring her left foot or ankle, but she's going under her own steam, so that's a good sign. And it looks a little better with each step, so hopefully she's going to be okay. Nice little shift. Check from behind and knocked down. This is Felicity Blaney Williams. She was the goaltender in the early part of the game. She was the one that had almost had that breakaway that got broken up. So I believe it's Esther Nowakchi. And I hope I'm coming close to pronouncing that correctly. I think that's who is in that now. Knocked out. As we're approaching 3 minutes left in the game. I'll be happy when the sun goes down so I can see something. That one, the throw in came right up in the face of one of the Tech players. She couldn't react quick enough. It hit her, and she wound up sitting down in front of the Tech bench, going down. And I think because she put her hands up to protect herself, it gives English a free kick. English knocking it away. Another English player slowly getting up. I think that's Garcia. Tech knocks it away. And we're in the final 2 minutes of the ball game. The only question now is, will Tech get on the board, or will English get, and will Carolyn, or Elisa Newson, or Elise Newson, I'll say it both ways, hope I get it right once, get the shutout. Tech came close. They had 2 penalty kicks. They had 1 penalty kick, kicked it over the net, out of play, and it was a violation on the kick against English, so they got a re-kick, and they lined it up, and Catano drilled it and hit the post. Now Tech will get a free kick. This is a possibility from about the 15-yard line. And I think it's Pojoy Gomez looking for the kick. She drills it, hit the post again, and it deflected off a Tech player right into the lap of Newsom. Boy, if it wasn't for bad luck, Tech wouldn't have any luck at all. Carolyn Pojoy Gomez hit that perfectly. Put it right in the middle of the net, got it over the goaltender's head, and it hit right in the middle of the top crossbar. That's 2 crossbars that they've hit as the game comes to a close. So Tech came very, very close. They played well, but they came up on the short end. English got 2 in the first half, 2 in the second half. The goaltender, Felicity Blaney-Williams, played well. The backup goaltender, Esther Nwichi, played well as well. And Tech just couldn't get on the board. 2 goals in the first half, 2 goals in the second half for English. 3 of the 4 goals by Melissa Zayas. She got an assist on a penalty kick with the goal going to Juliana Perry. And it will be Lynn English going 1-0 in the early season. Tech will go 0-1. It'll be English moving into the championship final on Saturday against either St. Mary's or Classical, who will be playing the next game. Tech will be moving into the consolation round. They'll be playing the loser of St. Mary's and Classical on Saturday, right and early. So right now, English can celebrate. They have a 4-0 win in the opening round of the 2019 City Series. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Don Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.